Okay, so think about this. What if one of the most powerful war films ever isn't really about the fighting, but about the awful decisions made way back in the offices?
That's a great way to put it. We're diving into Stanley Kubrick's Paths of Glory today. A real gut punch of a film.
Welcome to this deep dive. Yeah, we're looking at this foundational work from 1957. Kubrick was only, what, 29? And already making films like this.
Incredible, isn't it?
It really is. And look, this isn't your typical heroic war movie. It's tough. It really looks hard at the abuse of power, but also, the strength of sticking to your conscience.
Exactly. So if you want to understand how a young filmmaker basically threw down a gauntlet, challenged the whole system, this is the film.
Yeah.
Released in '57, remember?
Yeah.
Height of the Cold War. Most war films were pretty straightforwardly patriotic then.
Right. And Kubrick adapts this novel based on real World War I stuff it's deeply critical.
It forces you, the viewer, to face some uncomfortable things about leadership, about sacrifice.
And making it, that wasn't simple either, was it?
Oh, not at all.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. A story showing generals as cynical, ruthless.
Hollywood wasn't exactly jumping at it.
No way. It really needed Kirk Douglas. He wasn't just the star, he produced it too. He kind of strong-armed it through United Artists, apparently.
And then it got banned in places like France and Switzerland for its military portrayal.
Precisely. Which just proves its point, really. It hit a nerve.
Let's talk about how it looks. Because Kubrick's visuals are always so key. Those tracking shots in the trenches.
Oh, yeah. They're famous for a reason. It's not just showing you the mud and the chaos. It kind of forces you into that claustrophobic space. You feel trapped physically and morally.
It's that brutal contrast, isn't it? You have the grime and terror of the trenches, and then cut to the generals in this, opulent chateau, clean, detached.
Playing games of soldiers' lives. Moreau and Brulard. Yeah. Chilling performances. That visual gap says everything about the moral distance.
Yeah, the distance between giving the orders and facing the consequences. No glory down there, just fear.
And maybe no real honor up there either. Just ambition. Cold calculation.
That coldness really carries into the trial scenes, too. The way they're shot, so geometric, rigid.
Almost sterile, yeah. Like the system itself.
Oh, yeah.
Trapping the characters visually. No room for compassion.
It all serves that central theme, right? Power. How it's misused by the hierarchy. Not for winning the war, necessarily, but for ego, for covering your back.
Soldiers are just expendable pieces on a board.
But then you have Colonel Dax. Kirk Douglas. He's the counterpoint.
The moral compass.
Yeah.
A lawyer who became a soldier.
And his fight to defend those men. It's not really about winning the case, is it? He knows it's probably hopeless.
Right. It's about dignity. About asserting some basic human value against this dehumanizing machine. He represents that ethical resistance.
Especially against that initial order, that suicidal attack. The film makes it so clear how absurd and, frankly, cowardly the leadership's decision is.
Absolutely. Soldiers dying not just from the enemy, but from their own side's incompetence or cruelty. And the trial.
Oh, man. It's the peak of that absurdity. 3 guys just picked at random. Accused of cowardice to hide the general's mess-up.
Total sham. A kangaroo court. And Dax knows it's rigged.
But he argues anyway. Appeals to logic, reason.
Against this wall of pure cynicism. They don't care about justice, they just want scapegoats. To restore order, save face. It's terrifying how power twists truth.
It really makes you question obedience, doesn't it? When do you follow orders and when is it morally wrong? The film doesn't give easy answers.
No, it just lays it bare. It forces you to think about it.
And that ending, it's kind of unexpected after all the harshness.
The scene with the German girl singing.
These soldiers are all rowdy at first, jeering, but then her song. It's so sad, so human, it cuts through everything.
It connects them, not as French soldiers or enemies, but just weary people. Some of them start crying.
It's like the only moment of real connection, of shared humanity, comes completely outside that military structure, in empathy.
A tiny glimpse of something else, maybe the only true path to any kind of solace.
So Paths of Glory, it still hits hard today, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It's critique of blind authority, of institutions sacrificing individuals. That's timeless.
It insists that conscience matters, even when it seems futile.
And it changed war movies, pushed them towards social critique, focusing on the human cost. It's pure Kubrick analytical, critical of systems.
So the film leaves us with these big questions, really, about morality versus obedience within powerful systems, about finding that shared humanity. How does that challenge resonate with you listening today?
Definitely something to think about.